Okay. I am really concerned for the astronauts up in space, and something's going on with the Boeing Starliner. And the whole idea of Houston, we have a problem. Well, yeah, apparently there is a problem. Now, this happened on September 1st, but we've been talking about this story, and I think it's only fair that we continue on talking about this story because, again, Boeing, a major industry, a major corporation, is right now in the spotlight, not for good things, but for the fact that whistleblowers have shockingly, surprisingly died or did self-deletion before they could testify of their findings of wrongdoings at Boeing headquarters and on the industrial sites. Because, I mean, again, folks, I think I could speak for the vast majority of all you beautiful people watching. I'm pretty sure all of you would agree that planes need to work in the air and when they land and when they go back in the air. So they kind of like, controversial statement in a 3, 2, 1, stay together. I mean, that's what we want, right? Watch, I'm going to get a couple people comment in the comment section. How dare you assume what I want out of an airplane and how I want it to work? Shame on you. # you're canceled. But see, the thing is, Boeing also designed the infamous Boeing Starliner. What is the Boeing Starliner? Well, it's the ship that right now can't return the astronauts back home. And now something very strange and shocking is happening with the ship. It's making sonar noises. I'm going to play this video in its full entirety, and even listening to this, I am concerned. Now, maybe I'm overthinking it, but if I was in their shoes, I would be really afraid right now. Again, just speaking for myself.
Houston on 2, got a question about Starliner.
Houston's with you, Butch. Go ahead.
There's a strange noise coming through the speaker, and I didn't know if you could connect into the Starliner and let me keep mic and let you hear. I don't know what's making it, but I don't know if it's something that maybe is connected between here and there, making that happen. But anyway, can you do that?
We can configure that, Butch. Give us a minute, and I'll call you back when it's ready.
Okay.
Station Houston on 2. We're configured for audio via hardline and CST. If you want to give us a call.
Okay, I'm in Starliner, and how do you read?
5x5. How many?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, I'm gonna keep the mic up next to the speaker.
Copy.
Hear that?
At negative, Butch, we did not hear anything. All right, Butch, that one came through. It was kind of like a pulsing noise, almost like a sonar ping.
Yeah, I'll do it one more time, and I'll let y'all scratch your heads and see if you can figure out what's going on. Here we go. All right, over to you. Tell us if you figure it out.
Yep, good recording. Thanks, Butch. We will pass it on to the team and let you know what we find. And Butch, just to make sure I'm on the same page, this is emanating from the speaker in Starliner. You don't notice anything else, any other noises, any other weird configs in there? Okay, thank you.
Grapentine, new Boeing saying, we can get you high in the clouds, but the coming down is very hard. So you can get high, but going down from that high, oh no, that's a no bueno. Not going to happen. So, stranded U.S. astronaut reports strange noises on the space station. Pulling this up from RT. Boeing's stranded Starliner spacecraft has begun to emit an unusual pulsing noise. NASA astronaut Butch Wilmore told Mission Control on Saturday. Neither Wilmore nor the agency staff on the ground were immediately able to explain the sound. Watch, it's like the ghost SOS from the Titan sub. I shouldn't be bringing that up, because people did. Again, why would you get an experimental submarine like that? Wilmore and his crewmate, Sonny Williams, traveled to the International Space Station on the Starliner in June, which, by the way, folks, during the early days of the whistleblowers, when they were, screaming and shouting out about how dangerous Boeing is and what's happening there, we did even cover in one of those articles how the Starliner was being built. And I jokingly said, oh, I hope that ship works properly. No, it's not. Continuing on, though, however, malfunctioning thrusters and helium leaks have left the craft docked to the ISS and incapable of safely returning to Earth, with Wilmore and Williams stranded on the ISS until a SpaceX Dragon capsule can bring them back, not next week, not next month, but next year. Hey, listen, Boeing CEOs and business people, your board of directors. Listen, I know maybe you guys won't confirm nor you will deny what you probably did or did not to those whistleblowers. Who knows? But seriously, your name and reputation will live forevermore as ridicule and a joke. There's no coming back from this. Boomers, Gen Xers, Millennials, and Gen Z will look at your brand and wonder, oh my goodness, I'm getting on a Boeing aircraft. Will I make it to my destination safely? You have become a joke to the not to the American community, but to the global community, Boeing. How can you guys screw up this bad? You are a joke. And the only reason why right now, Boeing, you are protected is because, yes, the United States Supreme Court bought off our politicians. But that tells me one thing. You have to buy for your protection. You have no merit. You have no integrity. The people at Boeing, you have nothing. You are a joke. And the thing is, all of our lives are in your hands. We're trusting idiots. That's right, Boeing. From the big boss CEO all the way on down, Boeing, whatever kind of community or culture you have at your business is a clown show. Even the people in Idiocracy have more integrity than you, and that's not saying much. And those two astronauts are going to be up there for the next year. Last I checked, you kind of want to do, a systems function check, make sure everything works properly, and not, cut corners around a circle. But you cut corners so many times that there's no more corners to cut. Am I being mean to Boeing? Absolutely. As should all of you. I mean, do any of you even respect the name Boeing? And I don't care where you live, what country you live in, what generation you're part of, who you worship. Let's have democracy in the chat and let's let Boeing know how we really feel about them. Is it a name you trust? Type 1 for Kit. They made mistakes, but they're learning from them. Shame on you. You don't know what it's like. The type 2, man, hell no, they're a joke. They've been doing this for years, hoping they wouldn't get caught, and now that they're caught, they're now trying to do everything they can to wipe away the disaster. I don't respect them. I wonder how many 2s will be in the chat. I wonder. And look, hey, Boeing, if any one of your hard hitters want to come onto my show and defend your actions, go on ahead. Chances are you don't, because you got no integrity. There we go. Backbone, soul, heart, whatever you want to call it. In a reported radio transmission to the Johnson Space Center in Texas on Saturday, Wilmore said an unusual noise could be heard from the Starliner, which we played. I've got a question about Starliner, Wilmore told Mission Control. There's a strange noise coming through the speaker. I don't know what's making it. Wilmore then held up his microphone to the speaker until Mission Control heard the repetitive gong-like noise. All right, Butch, that one came through. It was kind of like a pulsating noise, almost like a sonar ping. I'll do it one more time, and I'll let you all scratch your heads and see if you could figure out what's going on. All right, over to you. Call us if you figure it out. Anyone, it was a VHF receiver, it was a high-grain antenna, can listen to radio transmissions from the ISS. The exchange between Wilmore and Mission Control was picked up by American meteorologist Rob Dale, who posted a recording of the conversation to a space travel forum on Saturday. Before lifting off, Boeing's Starliner project suffered years of delays and a budget overrun of a whopping $1.5 billion. Hey, Boeing, you look like a clown. Its first crew flight was originally scheduled for 2017, but repeated technical glitches and certification issues saw that the date pushed back to May of this year. A helium leak in the Starliner's onboard propulsion system resulted in multiple launch dates being scrubbed that month, until Boeing eventually declared that a small helium leak was not a safety flight issue and the craft was safe for spaceflight. Hey, Boeing, you're eating shite, but you know what? After a while, it's just something I learned. when somebody's making an ass out of themselves, you just let them, just watch them. Just watch them. Don't stop them. Boeing. Someday you guys will go bankrupt. And I encourage my audience to point and laugh at you. While en route to the ISS, the Starliner's crew reported 4 helium leaks and problems with 5 thrusters. What could go wrong? And another leak was revealed soon afterwards. While Boeing repeatedly insists that the malfunctioning Starliner is capable of bringing Wilmore and Williams home safely, NASA, thank you, announced last week that it will return to Earth with no crew, while the 2 astronauts will come home in February aboard a capsule operated by Boeing's leading competitor, Elon Musk's SpaceX. Oh, Boeing. You are a clown. A clown. Boeing's a clown. As they should be viewed as one. The Starliner. A name you can trust. After all, what could go wrong? But what can we take away from this? Safety is not Boeing's number one concern. And while they are saying that they are making improvements in their facilities, in their culture, how long has this been going on? How many more people want to step forward and really tell us what's going on there? And we got 2 astronauts up there that thankfully they're safe for the time being. But I'm wondering now, and knock on wood, I'm wondering, okay, Starliner is somehow picking up sonar transmissions. Next thing you know, it's going to be picking up signals from UFOs. Or heaven forbid, that thing explodes. I don't know. It just looks like a ticking time bomb. Those astronauts were only supposed to be up there for 2 freaking weeks. But don't worry. I'm going to get you all angry in 3, 2, 1. Boeing's going to get away with it because they bought off our politicians. You think Congress is really going to hold Boeing accountable? Come on. You'll gain more and have a more healthier life by believing that Bigfoot is real than ever thinking that Boeing will be held accountable.